lineup surprises, Brett, or?
Zero. There is no surprises.
Right, in a game like this, what are some of the things you look to see? I mean, because
Carryover. And so, we chose offense, defense situations, need plays, stuff, expectations, just like who are we, how do we want to play stuff. And we chose that at training camp. We then played an inter-squad scrimmage in Delaware. It was the thing that I said to you after the game, and I doubled down yesterday, that I was pleased. We actually could play an NBA type game in a fairly organized way, which to me meant we did a decent job of selecting, in my opinion, mostly what we should have. And so, we put that week to bed. We came in yesterday and showed tape, added a few more things, doubled down today with film, carry over on a court, and now we want to see carry over in a game. And so it's an easy thing for me to answer. It's a difficult thing for me to specifically say this is what I mean by carryover.
now, I know you talk about conditioning and you want to deliver them, through the opening day. We know about Joel, but are you going to? I mean, what about your starters? How are you trying to play them? Are you going to play them a lot in the second half?
No, I'm not. You're going to see a sort of a semblance of a rotation in the first half. And, I've sat down with the players that I'm not going to play in the first half. I don't want to piecemeal and feel the need to play 12 or 13 and give them just small doses of minutes. I'd rather sit them and then play them real minutes, and I bet they would want to do the same. And so you're going to look at how we sub the team in the first half, and it'll be a little bit of a snapshot of stuff we're trying to grow. And then in the second half, you're going to see me make sure that I'm looking at different point guards, different wings, while reducing the minutes of say starters.
I assume you didn't scout this team heavily, so you don't know their strengths or weaknesses. Is this the kind of thing where you may watch the other team for a while and say, hey, they're not bad at this. This would be a good environment for me to try this and see how this works, whether it's these sets or these environments or whatever, once you know a little bit more about who you're playing?
I hear your question, and I don't think so. I really don't. I think that my mind is so much on just us, and we are so you hear me say the word vanilla all the time, but we are that now. And so let's just master as best we can something simple. I may say, well, there's one of the players can't guard Joel, and I may draw something out of a timeout that I expect to have carryover. I'm just not going to make up plays. It would be done for a reason. That it's a play that I really think I'm going to use, quite a bit in, say, an ATO atmosphere in the NBA. And so, I'm still of the mindset that you're going to see a similar structure that you saw in Delaware. We've only put in one new thing, really on offense, and so there isn't more to choose from. I actually like that. We can look at film and as we have and get better at what we've already put in. So you're going to see more of that philosophy from me tonight.
Brett, from the beginning of training camp until here, the first preseason game, was there anybody in camp that stood out and really did himself well, took a step forward that maybe you were happy to see?
Yes, but I wouldn't say there was anybody that kind of blew you away on a repetitive day-by-day basis. There were always days that you said, wow, Trey Burke was pretty good today. We thought Mike Scott, he came in, had a heck of a practice, and we all leave thinking Matisse was pretty good down in Delaware. And everybody had a chance to put their hand up and say, here I am, pay attention to me, and they would have been right. And when I say everybody, that's not entirely true, but my point is that there were multiple people throughout the course of a 6 or 7 day, window that we all had together that, it was interesting. I was asked one of the days about, does your depth scare you, or do you feel like you have enough shooters? And the depth, I like the possibilities of our bench. You know, and so that's part of your question, Jack, that I think that different times, different people put their hand up, and I thought that week of training camp was really good.
But Brett, was there anybody who?
Is that a new thing?
What's that?
Is this methodical build-up a new thing that you're kind of talking about? It seems like you're kind of drilling like a few things. Is that something you did in past years, or is it just because
It is. Yeah, you know, it is. I think, I feel this. I want to get out to a fast start. I don't feel the need, like when I look at our available times to practice and when I look at our available NBA games coming up, I don't feel at all the rush to go play Joel, as an example, 34 minutes against this particular team tonight. And so like how I'm gonna like grow it playing the guys and how I'm gonna grow it offensively or defensively, like incrementally putting stuff in, I don't feel rushed, and I'm not gonna let myself be rushed internally. And what I do feel more than comfortable with is we will have what we need to go play the Boston Celtics. And so methodical, you know, isn't my word, that's your word. Like I feel comfortable, like we're on track with what we need.
Brett, in regards, I know you talked to Jack about different players, but was there one person who kind of sort of, not, I don't want to say surprised you, but they really stepped up and you know, gave you more than what you thought they would do?
Not anybody more than we've already spoken of. You know, Matisse is the one that is most on our minds because you sort of remember what you did last and what he did last in front of all of us. You're like, wow, that's pretty unique. And so, like, no, I can't say that just somebody's blowing me away at camp. I can say, like, you know, Trey had a good session one day. I think Kyle, like, you know, his ability to pass, and he's a man. Like, he's had some good days. Matisse had some good days. Jonah, you know, has had some good opportunities and with his bounce and has made some shots as a stretch 5, stretch 4, whatever. And so, no to your question, it's not like somebody has had, you know, multiple times that they were sort of the best player in the gym.
Could you elaborate a little bit more on what you guys saw in Kyle, bring him in beyond just, like, everyone says he's a great guy, veteran, but skill set wise, other players have talked about the passing, were there other things too?
For sure, and so let's just start that there is an inherent competitiveness. Like you see the look on his face when his team loses, and because I have, you know, I feel like I'm the Eagles coach when we just warmed up 20 guys. I'm like looking at all these bodies, and it's a lot of people on the court, you know, to try to like keep a gym organized in a practice. And when you watch him like amongst that group, and he loses games, like he's just very competitive. He wants his team to stay on the floor, which I love. I really love that. I think he's got incredible feet. You know, he's nimble, he's mobile, he's fast. For a big man, he's fast. And then I think that he has a gift on passing. Like you watch his ability to pass from an elbow or top of the key, you know, he's smart and he's skilled. And so you kind of combine those qualities and it's pretty impressive. And I actually think we can grow him to, from time to time, look at a 3-point shot. It's certainly not broken. You know, I don't think his percentages over the year truly reflect what I actually think he can grow to be. And, you know, when you look at his age, I think he's in a honey spot, like he's in that range of when people really can knock out some good years. He's not old.
Brett, I know this game you didn't expect to be in the center of this geopolitical kind of controversy, but can you talk about how the Republic of China handled this tweet by Daryl Morley and how it affects this and put the focus on this game at all, or does it at all?
No, and I really don't want to go there. What I will say, because I don't believe I spoke with you yesterday, I have, if you looked at my passport, I have been to China, pick like a deep 20 number, 25 times, 30 times. I've been to China a lot in my basketball life, coaching the Australian national team and a few times with the NBA. And every time I go to China, I'm just blown away at how much they love basketball. And you go to like just massive amounts of basketball courts, and you're looking out, and there's no available court. There's just people playing on the court. I said yesterday, and I'll say it to you, I took a C Australian team to China, and the story comes, there was 400 million viewers watching not the true national team. And, you know, and so you're just reminded of the popularity of the sport. My experience, our experience last year going there was an A+. In relation to this thing that's going on now, I don't have any comment on it. I really don't. Like, that's my experience from the past.
With that said, are you just excited to get and play this game?
I am. And I thought that the scrimmage was productive. I thought it was really quite a opportunity for fans in Delaware to come and see a decent, you know, NBA game of Philadelphia 76ers. And I think that tonight is just one step further to getting the NBA started, and you know, we'll take off on the weekend and play NBA teams.
Some of the younger guys have told us that Tobias has taken a special interest in them, taking guys like Matisse and Zaire out for dinner and just really stepping up as a leader. Have you seen any of that? How would you describe Tobias as a leader?
First, willing. He's trying to be a leader, and when you look at the makeup, because we've all learned that leadership comes in many different forms, and his desire, his willingness to be one of the leaders on this team is two things. It's needed and it's greatly appreciated. And I think that it is well within his wheelhouse to pull it off. He's good people, he's a pro by example, and I think it's a powerful combination for him to achieve his desired goal of being more of a leader.
Seems like
For Joe, just first half, or is he
Yeah, just first half. Thank you.